35% contacted at least 3 or plus agents, 25% contacted 4 first-time home buyers, and 40% of them only contacted 1 agent. Wow, that's pretty crazy, right? But notably, 52% of repeat buyers who may already have a go-to agent hired the first one they spoke with. So for repeat buyers, they got back on the market. They didn't keep talking to the agent that they were talking to, right? They ended up hiring another agent. 52% of them hired the first agent that they spoke with. They were probably like tired of it. Like, I'm sick of working with all these agents. I just want to pick the first one I meet. And that's probably kind of what happened there. But 25% of them actually contacted 3 or more. And 23% of them actually contacted 2 agents or at least 2 agents, 23%, right? So that's kind of cool. Just kind of moving on here. So how do buyers discover their agent? Buyers typically discover the agents they hire 2 ways: online or from a referral. Finding an agent online through a real estate website or app is 23%. Social network 7%, or search engine 7% was the most popular resource for buyers. Edging out referrals from friends and family at 22%, but that's still pretty high. 22% are still getting from friends and family. Make sure that you guys treat your family nice and your friends even nicer, right? Now you guys can keep getting those referrals. Another agent, 5%, or a home builder for 4%. Okay. So the number of buyers relying on digital research emphasizes how important it is for agents to maintain a strong online presence. Even though the majority of buyers only contacted 1 or 2 agents before deciding who they hire, this data suggests that many are conducting research online prior to reaching out. While referrals may be hard to anticipate, agents can still help themselves by keeping online profiles and social handles up to date, as well as requesting online reviews from existing clients. Make sure that you guys are getting reviews. It is super, super important that you guys get reviews. This is the way to tell the other side of the story, right? Like, I had about 160 something reviews before I joined the team. I had more reviews than the team had as a team with 20 people by myself when I joined this team. And it's something that I really kind of pride myself in, because I remember the first time I ever got hired as a buyer's agent from a Zillow client. This was back in 2013, and it was by a lady named Maria, and she ended up buying a house here in the city of Santa Ana. I think it was a short sale for $365,000. And one of the things that I asked her is like, why did you end up picking me? And she said, well, because you had no sales and no reviews, so I thought you would have the most time to spend on me. And as a first time home buyer, I wanted somebody who would spend a lot of time for me, because I was a very needy client. And I thought that was very nice of her to give me the first opportunity. You know, I didn't become an agent or a real estate agent or start actually practicing real estate until 9 years into my career. I used to be in the loan business before that. And so, you know, after working with her, getting a review, I noticed the importance of reviews because I was probably missing out on so much business. I started ensuring or making sure that I would always ask for a review every single time that I would talk to someone. And it was something that I would just do religiously, right? And I would ask for the review just at a point where there was a heightened sense of accomplishment, right? Whether it was I got you pre-approved, or I got you a first-time home buyer program, or I was able to get your offer accepted under asking price, or I was able to get you the dream home, or any of those points or requests for repairs or anything like that were super crucial and important times in a transaction, that I would ensure that I would just celebrate those moments. And because of that celebration, I felt like it was a time that I could, I felt like it was a milestone in a way, right? So I felt like I could ask for that. And usually most clients would give me a referral or some sort of review, right? And then so just to kind of go online versus referral. So online, 23% coming through a website or app, 7% coming through social network, and 7% coming through a search engine, right? So that's kind of what happens. And in the referral business, 22% come from friend or family, 5% from another agent, and 4% from a home builder. Become referral agents, help each other out. We send out a ton of referrals. out to agents across the country. We utilize the Real network. Obviously, we're a part of Real. But we're probably sending out 1 to 2 referrals per week. So if you're an agent out there somewhere around the country that wants to get referrals from us, feel free to slide in the DM, send us a comment, and we'll be able to kind of help you on that end. If you're in that area, we'll put you in our database. And so when something comes around, we'll be able to help you. So how buyers first found their agent. So in 2022, 2023, and 2024, here are the stats. Real estate website or app. 2022, 18% found their agent through a real estate website or app. In 2023, it went up to 25%. And in 2024, it went down to 23%, right? This is through online. Social network and websites or apps. So in 2022, it was 5%. 2023 jumped to 8%. And in 2024, it's 7%. And through the search engine, the big search engine, Google, online, 5%, 2023, 7%, and 2024, 7%. That's going on the up and up. It's one of the reasons why we started kind of looking into it as well. Creating our, website, landing pages, utilizing different tool sets from, online social media, YouTube, just you name it. We're looking to help our agents get in front of clients and transact more and helping them with the appointment setting process, right? Referrals. In 2022, referrals from a friend, relative, or neighbor or a colleague was at 21%. 2023 was at 18%. And in 2022, it was at 22%. Now, referrals from another agent, it was 7% in 2022, 6% in 2023, and 5% in 2024. So that trend is going down. So agent referrals and creating agent referral networks is actually going down. We're actually increasing. See the opportunity in the trends, right? It's a big lesson to be learned. And so we like to refer a lot of business out to our fellow agents. As I mentioned before, I feel like as a community, we can do much better. And so one of the things that we look at whenever we actually want to work with another agent is that we look at how many Zillow reviews they have and how many sales they've done in the last 12 months. It's super important if I'm going to be referring somebody over to you that I can see your social profile and I can see kind of what you've done and how you take care of your clients. And referrals from a home builder, 3%, 5%, and 4%. So that's been increasing. So shout out to my home builders for sending us more clients and kind of going from that. So community, let's talk about community. Know them from my community. 12%, 6%, and 8%. So a little bit of a downward trend just from the community, and maybe we need to do more pumpkin patches, or, sitting on Santa or whatever, those things are. It's probably something that we should probably be doing. Past experience with his agent or broker. So that stayed the same, around 8% from 2022 to 2024. Saw contact information on a for sale sign, 4%, 5%, and 6%. Wow. So that trend is actually going up. Make sure that you guys are still using for sale signs. Put your phone number in there. Put a QR code. Figure out a way for somebody to be able to contact you pretty simply or easily, right? It's super important that people can get in touch with you. Sometimes we see agents who, it's just very difficult to be able to kind of get in touch with them because I don't know, their contact information is not up to date. So that's a big no-no. Attend an open house and met an agent or a broker. So that's 5%, 4%, and 5%. So that stayed pretty steadily. Open houses are still a way that people do it. But this is telling us that online leads and referral agents are going to be the best way to be able to kind of get in touch with people. That is just the trends that are going up. And those are the things that are going to be able to get you to be able to sell more houses. Direct mail, 3%, 3%, and 2%. Again, when nobody's doing it, it's a great time to start working on that end. And 9%, 7%, and 4% is other. Why don't some buyers use an agent? The overwhelming majority of buyers, 85% we surveyed, used an agent. So almost every single buyer's agent uses an agent. Among the small shares buyers who completed a transaction without an agent, 42% they already knew the seller personally, and 36% did not want to pay a commission. Another common reason is 11% had a negative experience with an agent in the past. Come on, agents. No, we got to do a better job. We got to make sure that we're delivering and that we're doing the best that we could do for our clients, right? They deserve it. They deserve to not only get a professional agent, somebody that cares for them, but somebody that's gonna make this fun. I love working with first-time home buyers and seeing their face when I'm able to get them a first-time home buyer program and get them their closing costs paid for. That's something that I used to like really kind of pride myself in. And as an agent, I wear those difficult transactions as a badge of honor on my sleeve, right? The easy ones, I mean, they're great too. I love working with everyone, but whenever you see a family that just got shut down by a ton of people and you're able to help them and make their dream happen, it's just really kind of satisfying, and it's a little bit of an adrenaline rush for me. And then so among buyers who completed a transaction with an agent, 42% already knew the seller personally, so that was a FISBO, right? They already knew the seller. They kind of worked with them together, so that's the most common thing. 36% did not want to pay a commission. For the 36% out there, just know that we could, if you have hire a great agent, they can negotiate that for you. We might be able to negotiate that from the seller. Obviously, it's not mandatory with the new law for them to pay for it. I don't think it ever has been, but now we have a separation of commission, right? And so therefore, as an agent, don't you pride yourself in negotiating? So this is the time to shine. This is the time to make it happen for your client. And this is something that you can do. And 11% had a negative experience. So I'm pretty sad about that. That our clients had a negative experience. So again, we're going to keep going down this path. We're going to keep talking about this consumer report. Thank you guys so much for listening in. Power Real Estate Group podcast. We're going to be bringing a lot of stuff to you guys, a lot of stuff in the industry. I feel like there's a lot of noise out there and there's just not enough really good information for you, at least in our area, for you to dissect. And eventually we'll be bringing in some industry leaders to be able to, just help us paint a picture in what today's market is going to be. So get ready to power up and see you guys on our next episode. Thank you guys so much.